Hello everybody. Right, I'm going to take you guys down the Dragon Peaks river on the tube. Here's my good old river tube. I've had this thing for, gosh, I would say going on 5 years. We've even had a couple of punctures to repair. I did the repair today. I've had a few holes coming down the river, especially this one. So good old Dragon Peaks. One of the most important things about Dragon Peaks is the entertainment that you get here, where you don't really get anywhere else. You get horse riding, as you can see. You get the river tubing. You've got the pool. You've got all the jungle gyms. You've got the adventure center. Although the old one's gone, the new one is there, which is pretty cool. So one of the things I'm very upset about is they didn't come and maintain the river. They've left all the trees grow into the river. In fact, even further down, I'm going to show you, there was a log coming over, and I've just actually spent most of the day clearing out all the trees so that all the guys who are coming to Dragon Peaks can actually come down the river without bursting their tubes or getting cut. Okay, so I'm going to talk you through going down the river so you guys can see what you're in for. Hope I don't lose my phone. It is waterproof, so don't panic. I've got it strapped to my arm, so we certainly won't lose it, but it's going to tie up one of my hands. Let's see how we go. Right, so to start with, you just kind of sit into the river and let the river take you. Always remember just to lift your bum up a bit, because there are a few rocks as you go down. And then you can use the edges of the river just to keep yourself nice and straight, facing forward if you can. Yep, there's the first. Whoa! Yes. See, I've got my tackies on. It's a good idea to keep your tackies on if you're going to go down the river, because if you need to stand, you can stand, or otherwise you can just push off the trees without getting your feet cut. And I'm going to show you the drop off just now. It's quite important to have shoes on, because you're going to need to kick yourself off. Whoa! We had a very significant downpour on, what is it, a Tuesday on Sunday night. So you can see the river level is actually pretty good for tubing. It wasn't like this when we arrived. It was quite low. But this is actually the optimal level for tubing. It's not too fast, not too slow, just enough to get you over all the rocks. One or two places where you're going to find you're going to need to lift your bum out the water, but most of the time it's actually really awesome. So this is the first part before we get to the drop off, and you can see it's nice and clear. I cleared away a few places where there were sticks coming into the river. Connor and the boys are a little bit nervous to come down this side. I think the drop off is a bit of a daunting one. So you guys coming to Glengarry, today is the 14th. So as you arrive at Glengarry, come down the river, because it's not guaranteed that the level's going to stay where it is now. If you don't get another big downpour, I would say by Friday the 17th, you probably find the river level is going to be a bit low. Okay, now you're going to want to face forward, because you don't want to go off the drop off facing backwards. You need to go off the drop off facing forwards. Whoop. Okay, we're nearly there. Oh, I got to the wrong spot. Okay, no problem. Kick off. Go down. Whoa. You see now, this is why my river tube has been an awesome asset. It's nice and wide, so you don't actually feel like you're going to topple. It actually holds the water quite nicely and keeps you stable. So here's the drop off, and now we're going to need to show you what to do. Keep yourself straight. Don't turn backwards, just keep forward. I'm going to show you, you're going to need to kick off these rocks. Now I'm stuck. See, I think of my left hand because I'm holding the camera. I can't get a good push off the rocks. Right. Watch this. See this first part? With a shard of rock here. So get your foot in there. Kick off. And then kick off there. There you go. Perfect. Hello guys. Woo! Right, so that's the first part. There's the first drop off. So that's going to be important to make sure you don't go and hurt yourself there and puncture your tube or fall off and get your head cracked. Just make sure you're facing forward and just keep your legs against the rocks to keep you going forward and stop you from going down too fast and tipping over. And then from here it's actually just pretty cool. You just got to guide yourself through the rocks. Yeah, this one's going to have to go. Right, like I said, lift your bum. Whoa! Boom. So the tube I'm on I got from, if I'm not mistaken, from Macro or Game. And I was just looking on Takealot, they're like $900. So I don't remember paying $900 for my tube. I think I paid about 300 rand for it. So we're going to come to Dragon Peaks, try and get a, I wouldn't say a tractor tube, try and get a truck tube. And then you don't want it too big and you don't want it too small. And also the truck tubes, the tubes are actually quite thick, so you won't really get any punches or scrapes. And this one I get a lot of punches, so I'm having to always repair it. So here's the section where I've just cleared up. You couldn't even come down here because there was trees. This log in front of you was actually right across the river. I've just spent a bit of time clearing up. So as you come down here, just get your foot on here and then get yourself off. I haven't managed to get this shard off here because it's a bit too sharp. And then there's a little shard just in the water here, that one dropping down. So make sure you don't get your edge of the tube on there. And then once you pass there, it's happy days. And like I say, you see how you kick off every now and again, just to give yourself momentum. There's another tree that was lying into the river and I managed to get it out. But I think somebody that's got an initiative to bring a hacksaw or an axe come down into the river and chop away those ones that are still there. But you can get through now. Before I actually took that log away, you couldn't get through at all. So it just takes a bit of initiative to come and clear out the river. And all the guys come into Glen Shudelach and go to Dragon Peaks for Christmas, December 2021. You can say thank you to me for opening the river for you. And now you can slow down. And now you just relax and enjoy the last bit of the ride. So a lot of people actually go to that drop off, which is probably the center mark. And you can go there with a couple of drinks, put some music on, and you can just relax for the day. A lot of people actually spend their days there. And then you can just put your tube in from there and just use the second part of the river run just to come and relax on your tube and soak the days away. And how cool is this? My tube's actually got a place where you can put a beer here. But for this run I haven't done it. So the camera made it without falling into the water. Glad for that, because I've actually lost 5 phones this year. Actually 4, I've given 1 to these. And I've just recently bought this. This is the A52S. So it's waterproof to 1 meter. And it's got a really great camera. And everything that I need for the phone. So from now on I'm going to be tying the camera to my arm, making sure that I don't lose it because I'm over losing cell phone. So as you come to the bridge now, what I tend to do is come to the left. It gets a little bit shallower here, so start waddling yourself to the left. And then as you come in here, you'll find that the tube makes ground, and then you can just put your feet up and walk out. You certainly don't want to get sucked down there. That ain't going to be fun. Right, so to all you guys coming to Dragon Peaks for December, enjoy your river tubing. Thanks to Mitchy Moo. Cheers, guys. So I don't know if you can hear me too clearly. So this is the drop off. I've just finished the river ride. So I think if you're going to come on the top section down through the drop off, make sure you wear shoes. And then you can see this section over here that's kind of protruding. As you come off, just kick yourself off there so you don't go and hit your head or whatever the case is. And as you do that, you're actually going to find you're going to go and rebound into that section. You can see that there's a piece that's cut off. In fact, there's the piece over there. So just push yourself off there and make sure you kick yourself off here. So make sure you're lined up straight, kick off and you'll make it through. But you know, something that really blows my mind away is this is one of the biggest assets to Dragon Peaks. Why don't we just come and chop this thing away, especially when the water level is low, take this rock away, chop away this shard section here. You can see you can do it, it's not natural, it's man-made. Chop that whole section off, chop off here, and if the river's low enough, maybe put something like lining down underneath to make sure you flow a lot smoother. Because as it is, it's quite dangerous. So something's going to need to be done to make sure this is safe for everybody to come down. So enjoy, guys. We've just spent the afternoon down by the river. Ben went for his ride this morning. I've been fixing all the tubes so we can go down the river, but you can see one's already flat, but the others are fixed. We've been down the river a few times, playing some games, having some drinks, some snacks. Enjoying the last day here at Dragon Peaks, and then tomorrow we're off.